Thank you so much. I'm here with Leah Casnave, who is with the Douglas County Health Department. There is a new resource that's focusing on supporting the mental health and wellness of people living right here in Douglas County. Leah, thanks so much for being here. Tell us a little bit more about this program.
Yeah, we're excited. We just launched this May 15th, and it's called Credible Mind. So within this resource, we have over 100 different topics for anyone in our community to access, and it's free of use, confidential, and has all kinds of great information.
So tell us a little bit more about that information, focusing on mental health. Why is a resource like this needed here in Douglas County?
You know, we discovered through our community health assessment that was conducted about the end of last year, we found that mental health was one of those areas that the community really needed to see more in. And so with that, we looked towards Credible Mind. And within this resource, there are, like I said, 100 different topics that you can go in and look at. If it's your anxiety, if it's depression, even if you may not feel quite comfortable enough going to see a mental health specialist, there are all sorts of things on here that you can just do your own basic research, just kind of see what's out there and sort of take care of yourself before it may get to a point that you may need a mental health specialist.
Absolutely. Having something that people can go to maybe in their free time, something that's a little bit easier to access, why is that important compared to just having the maybe traditional resources in person?
You know, we know that nowadays people want stuff that's on the go, that it's easy, and it's just a quick glimpse of getting some basic information. There's assessments on there that kind of can tell you where your needs might be, how you can be better at being yourself, if you will. So with that, there's, one of the assessments, I'll even say one of mine was sleep. Well, yes, I have 2 small toddlers at home. So sleep is something that I'm always looking for, but it gives then, once you kind of determine through your assessments what items may help you be your best self, they lead you to resources that are available. All have been approved through behavioral health specialists. And then we've even put local resources on there as well.
How many different local resources are available to people here in the county, specifically targeting mental health and focusing on that?
You know, it just depends because so many different things can really aspect into a mental well-being. But we've got over 100 resources on there. They all range from either specific specialists or there's even food banks that are on there. We've got housing that's on there. So it's all sorts of items. Anything that could potentially contribute to your mental well-being, we've placed in there so that there is a one-stop shop.
It's really interesting to hear sort of the holistic approach that you all are taking throughout those different resources. Maybe not things just specifically targeting the mental health, but also different aspects throughout the county that are also can lead to impacting your mental health as well. So thank you so much, Leah. Before we go, can you tell everybody, where to go? Where is the website and how can they access it?
So the website is douglascounty.crediblemmind.com. And like I said, there's lots of assessments on there. If you are a Douglas County resident, it's one of those that all of that data then you can log in as a user and save all your information, and it'll be there for you to access later.
Thanks so much, Leah. We're going to have all this information, really great information, up on our website, firstalert6.com, coming up later. For now, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.